Welcome back to the Connect Network TV. So the truth is, most women and moms, not only this summer, but I think every summer, Wendy, tell me if you agree, we're all shooting and planning for it to be a hot girl summer. Okay, is that right? Yeah, like
Yes.
at some point, I know it depends on the season, etc., but for the most part, everybody wants to look great. But for many of the women that we talk to, there are still so many people that are far away from their health and wellness goals, their weight goals, their physical goals. And it seems that this COVID weight is having a long lasting effect on so many people. So today, certified holistic nutritionist Kelly Bluth is here to help. So excited. Hey, Kelly. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being with us today, Kelly. And first, let's talk about your journey. You were able to heal yourself from a lifelong gut issues after the doctors just couldn't seem to help you. What issues were you experiencing? Can you share that with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the real question was, what was I not suffering from?
Wow.
I had bloating, as you mentioned earlier, fatigue, brain fog, skin rashes, like the whole nine yards. And, it was dozens of tests, colonoscopies, endoscopies, gastric emptying studies, all of it. And all of these tests came back completely fine, right? And so I knew I had to take matters into my own hands after working with gastroenterologists, functional medicine practitioners, holistic doctors. I was like, you know what? I need to dig deep into this myself and, not as much so relying on other people. And so I went back to get certified in holistic nutrition. And that was the first time that I really started putting myself first and really prioritizing my nutrition, movement, and mindfulness. And that's really what's been key to me healing myself.
It seems so difficult for us to listen to our gut before it's too late. So, why do you think we do that?
Yeah, again, we live in this fast-paced lifestyle, and so we are more apt to tuning out those warning signs that might indicate gut distress, right? Brain fog and fatigue might not just be because you're tired. There might be some underlying gut issue that you're dealing with, right? And if we just let that go unaddressed over time, that can really surmount to something much larger that could be harder to reverse or heal from. So, what I would say to the woman that's listening in is if you feel like there might be something going on, but you're not quite sure, start to investigate that more, start to maybe jot some notes down and see when these things are happening. And you almost become your own detective in that process. So I would really advocate the woman who's listening to become an advocate for herself, like I did.
Right. Great tips, definitely. What tips do you have for people before considering such drastic measures? What can people do before saying, you know what, I'm just gonna go, you know, go get some help from the doctor?
Yeah,
Or she
definitely.
thinks that is necessary. Just
Yeah, definitely. So first and foremost, like I said earlier, truly listen to yourself, right? Like stems back to my podcast, which is all about that. Like listen to your body, because oftentimes when we're eating things, specifically around the nutrition piece, when we're eating things, we don't really realize how that manifests in our body, like the feelings we get from those foods, right? And for me, I'll be not one of the first to admit this, I'm sure, but I for the longest time never really understood how my food affected the way that I mentally felt.
Kelly, let me tell you, we are so proud to have you because now you are sharing your story and speaking on stages all over the world. And congratulations to that.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Yeah. And what would you say, or what do you find is the most common issue when it comes to gut health?
Yeah, I would say the most common thing that I hear from women that I speak with is bloating. Of course, like I said, there are a myriad, a host of issues that can come from gut issues that we face, gut dysbiosis. But I would say bloating is one of those things that a lot of us women are just afraid to admit that we feel because it's embarrassing, right? And it makes us feel uncomfortable in our own bodies, in our own skin. And so, again, being able to look at what our lifestyle is like, how can we address our current lifestyle to hopefully reflect a better outcome in terms of decreasing that bloating and really having that overall optimal health that we all want.
I love this. Your information is so good today, Kelly. Can you talk about some of the different offerings that you have before you go? I know clients
Yes.
might be thinking, how can I work with her? I'm bloated right now. What do they do? How could they reach you?
Absolutely. Well, I have been there. I understand. So I'm 110% here to support. So yeah, there are lots of ways that women can work with me. So currently I work with women one-on-one. They can work with me for 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months. I also have a course if that is the better option for you. And then I host monthly free webinars and workshops that women can attend as well, just to learn more about their health and wellness and how to heal themselves like I did.
I love that. And your website, Instagram, how do they
Yes.
find
So please go ahead and stop over to my Instagram page. It is Kelly_Bluth. And that will have a link to my podcast. It'll have a link to a Facebook page that I have for women as well, and my website. So all of that is connected through my Instagram. So feel free to go over there and send me a message and let me know that you were listening. I'd love to chat.
Yes, thank you, Kelly, for being with us today. It's been a pleasure having you and learning so many wonderful things about gut issues and how to listen to our bodies. But don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Coming up next, we talk cash, credit, and kids. Plus, Amanda Waters joins us from the Social Circle with today's social media tips after the break.